Tonight, details on the Muslim Solidarity March on Shields, students who are stuck abroad due to new travel bans, and 5 are dead after freezing rain brings treacherous road conditions.
Plus, we have your weather for the Super Bowl weekend, plus sports and entertainment, all on CTV now.
Good evening and thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily Biffinger.
And I'm Kiaira Coles. 5 people in northern Colorado are dead after 5 separate car accidents on Wednesday, according to the Colorado State Patrol. The crashes are said to be due to the dangerous driving conditions caused by the freezing rain that fell yesterday afternoon throughout the night. Fort Collins was put on accident alert by the Fort Collins Police Department, and Fort Collins was under a winter weather advisory until 9 this morning. According to the National Weather Service, remember that in snowy and icy conditions, to give yourself extra time to stop, make sure your headlights are on, be sure to have plenty of antifreeze, and dress warmly just in case you have to get out of your car.
Organizers for Tuesday's protest of President Donald Trump's travel ban expected maybe 800 people to join the march on Shield Street in Fort Collins. As a precaution, they printed enough petition forms to accommodate 1,000 signatures. But 30 minutes before the march had started, 2,500 had gathered near Roland Park.
Thousands gathered here in West Fort Collins to protest and sign a petition against Trump's travel ban. Fort Collins for Progress started the movement with the mission statement that we build bridges, not walls. We rally with immigrants protecting their rights. We rally with Muslims defending their freedoms. We rally with taxpayers safeguarding their investment. And we rally with the local law enforcement ensuring that they can serve their community.
So as many of you are probably aware, Trump recently put in an executive order to basically, just to kind of sum it up, basically ban a bunch of Muslims from coming into the U.S. And this is so important because I know so many people who are affected by this, and to even not have necessarily direct family or direct friends or whatever, these are people that are with you in classes who are now not able to go back to their countries because of fear that they're not going to be able to go back in. And so we're out here today to really fight against that and to say we're in this together and we're going to fight this, because that's not what democracy looks like, and this is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Citizens are planning to send a small delegation of people to Cory Gardner's office. They will collect letters and petitions and talk with Dan Betts, Cory Gardner's district representative.
You know, I really just want to tell the CSU community to really go out there and have these conversations, as hard as it is, and as much as sometimes people don't want to have these conversations. It's so important to go up to your, Muslim, fellow students and to ask them how they're doing and to make sure that they're okay, and just let them know that you're here for them, because that's really so important to us right now. We need that support. So,
if you would like to get involved with the movement, please visit foco-progress.org.
As mentioned, the Muslim Solidarity March was a reaction to an executive order that President Donald Trump issued last Friday. The executive order, titled Protecting the Nation from Foreign Terrorist Entry into the United States, temporarily bans refugees, immigrants, and citizens from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. These countries include Syria, Iran, Sudan, Libya, Somalia, Yemen, and Iraq. Initially, citizens from these areas who were already issued a valid visa, including those considered permanent legal residents and green card holders who had permission to be in the U.S. but were visiting their home country when the order was issued, are prohibited from re-entering the U.S. Homeland Security has since announced that these people will be allowed back in, but for students, non-permanent workers, business people, and more, it is still unclear when they will be able to return to the United States. President Trump's executive order has affected the CSU community, as 3 students are currently unable to return. Be sure to check out our YouTube page for further developments on this story.
When we get back, CTV reporter Michelangelo Bustamante, who has an update on the construction on Shields and how that's affecting local businesses.
Stay tuned.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Welcome back from the break. CSU and Campus West are working on creating an underpass beneath Shields, but businesses on that street worry that the heavy traffic and eventual shutdown of Shields will harm their businesses. We here are now going to head over to CTV reporter Michelangelo Bustamante with the story.
Thanks, Emily and Kiara. As I mentioned last week in my report, CSU and the City of Fort Collins are working on an underpass at the intersection of Shields and Elizabeth. This project has been in the works for several years, and construction is finally taking place. This is going to affect the Campus West shops and restaurants, especially the mom and pop shops. I wanted to profile one of these businesses and see how it's going to affect them and what they think the benefits will be. Let's take a look.
The idea of this concept is to create a global fusion cuisine. We serve South American food, we serve a little European, Asian, American, and we have a lot of fusion dishes.
We're here at one of the newest restaurants in the Campus West area to learn more about the creative ways they're going to keep bringing in business during construction.
Yes, we plan to be open for the construction time. So, and then we design a couple of flyers and advertisement to go and run it through the dorms. So they know that we're here. We plan to give a 15% discount for the first time that they come in.
Serving a large student population continues to be a major focus for businesses despite construction.
The menu is designed for students. When I was away from home, I want to have those dishes that my mom used to make, right? Like beef stew or a rice or something that my mom used to make. So that's the idea of this concept, to bring them back those little memories from mom, from grandma.
Once the project is complete later this year, Campus West residences and businesses are hopeful to see the benefits.
So taking back a little bit from the construction is going to affect the business. It might be, but I mean everything for yes, it's going to be for the goodness of the community.
Of course, we'll keep you up to date as the construction on Shields and Elizabeth and all around campuses progresses. For now, back to you, Emily and Kiara.
Thanks, Michelangelo. Kiara, traffic has been really bad, especially with all the snow and ice lately.
Absolutely. It's so icy outside.
I know, I even almost fell getting to my car this morning.
Same. Black History Month officially kicked off on Wednesday with a celebration in the Laurie Student Center. The Black African American Cultural Center has an entire lineup of events this month, including a show by comedian Nate Jackson, a Black History quiz bowl, a hair show, and much more. Be sure to check out those events along with their dates and times at baacc.colostate.edu.
Executive producer Bailey Lakey and I checked out Rocky Mountain National Park this weekend because it has been breaking attendance records left and right. They set a record with 4.5 million visitors in 2016. In fact, every month of the year except December set a monthly record. Last year's visitation number had a 9% increase over the previous annual record in 2015, a 32% increase since 2014, and a 40% increase since 2012, said Kyle Patterson, spokesperson for the park. The number of winter visitors continues to increase in the park. Many other national parks in the Rocky Mountain West also recorded record numbers of visitors last year when the National Park Service celebrated its centennial anniversary.
After the break, we will head over to Elizabeth Prasse to see how the weather looks for the rest of the week.
Hopefully those driving conditions clear up for Super Bowl weekend.
don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back. I have good news for you. Driving conditions are going to be a lot clearer. Now, we do have a chance of freezing rain, but for the most part, all that snow and freezing rain is gone. So temperatures, it is a chilly 27 degrees, but with the wind chill, you notice that slight breeze coming out of the southeast, feeling more like 21 degrees. So you will want to bundle up tonight if you're out and about this Thursday evening. Across the state of Colorado, we've got 20s along the I-25 corridor. Mostly everyone is above zero except Gunnison. So Gunnison, you need to get on board. For tomorrow, it's going to be a cold one, so you will want to grab the whole winter works, the hat, scarf, jeans, gloves, coat, and boots. We're going to have a cloudy start to the morning, similar to what we saw today, but no snow for your Friday morning. 20 degrees at 8 o'clock, and then by lunchtime, warming up to a nice 32 degrees. And then by the afternoon, we're going to have a mixture of sun and clouds, getting above that freezing mark, and it's going to head into a nice weekend for you. Across the state of Colorado, we're going to see temperatures in those 30s and 40s along the I-25 corridor. Along the eastern plains, 41 degrees, Lamar, 34 degrees in Burlington. For our ski resort of the week, it goes to Crested Butte this week. Crested Butte has 82 inches for its base, and it's got all of its lifts open. Chance of snow on Saturday. But get this, Super Bowl Sunday, if you want to get a few runs in, it will be nice, just above the freezing mark at 34 degrees. Now here in Fort Collins, we will have a beautiful Super Bowl weekend for you. Temperatures in those upper 50s. So good news, Rams. And speaking of sports, Paige is coming up with more sports right after this.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Hey there, Rams. Welcome back to the break. I'm Paige Grunewald, bringing you all the latest in CSU athletics. On Tuesday, the men's basketball team faced Boise State, who is now ranked 7-3 in the Mountain West. The Boise State Broncos got the victory at Moby Arena with a score of 79-76. The loss brought CSU to 14-9 in the season and 6-4 in the Mountain West. The Rams had a pretty slow start to the game, even trailing by 14 points at one time. Coming into the second half, the Rams only hit 38.2% from the floor. CSU did start to pull it together near the end of the game with redshirt sophomore J.D. Paige. Paige had a driving layup with 31 seconds left in the game that brought the score to 73-72. Paige also finished the game high of 20 points. Emmanuel Magbo had a double-double with 16 points and 11 rebounds. Gian Gavel also brought 15 points and 9 rebounds. The Rams was Prentice Nixon. He had 13 points and 4 assists. Gavel was also named Mountain West Player of the Week last week. Looking forward, the Rams head to Nevada to play UNLV on February 4th. Basketball team
The women's basketball team also played Boise last night in Boise. The team had another victory with a final score of 60-53. This win improved CSU's record to 17-5 for the season and 9-1 in the Mountain West. The Rams are still ranked at the #1 spot in the Mountain West. It was a competitive first half. With just 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go, the score was 47-46 with the Rams leading. Ellen Gustavsson, Mahan Ham, and Hannah Travardi were all able to get some points up there. Ellen Gustavsson and Amanda Cansey were the two leading scorers. Both of these players had 11 points each. Ellen Niedstrom is currently the second place on CSU's all-time career assist list. She is just 9 behind Becky Hammond's CSU record of 538 assists. The Rams come back to Moby Arena this Saturday to take on UNLV at 2 in the afternoon. It has been an exciting week for the CSU football fans. 2 of the best football players on the team have been invited to the NFL Combine. Hayden Hunt, a punter, and Kevin Davis, a linebacker, will head to the Combine at the end of February in Indianapolis. Yesterday was also National Signing Day. Head coach Mike Bobo brought in 26 new football players. These 26 players came all across the country, including a transfer from the University of Tennessee. We look forward to seeing these new athletes at the new stadium in the 2017 football season. The CSU swim team had quite the win over University of Northern Colorado on Tuesday. The Rams beat the Bears 187-59. Kelsey Lawton and Meg Lloyd won individual events. Lawton won both the 100 and 200 freestyle events, and Lloyd won the 100 breaststroke and the 200 IM. Emily Williams won the 1-meter dive and the 300-meter dive as well. The swimming and diving season is just about over, and just the Mountain West Championships remaining. The championship takes place on February 15th and goes until the 17th in College Station in Texas. That's all I have in the world of sports. Have an amazing, safe Super Bowl weekend. When we get back, Delaney Herring will make you laugh with some entertainment.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. I'm Delaney, your entertainment anchor, Delaney Herring, ready to spice up your life with some entertainment. All right, I have good news and I have bad news. I always like to give the bad news first. Phil the groundhog has seen his shadow, which means 6 more weeks of winter. Come on, Phil, you couldn't have given us good news on this icy winter day. No, catch me outside, how about that? Now for the good news. Queen Bee is pregnant, and she's not only going to be popping out 1 stardom-bound spawn, but 2. Beyonce took to Instagram yesterday morning to announce her pregnancy with rapper husband Jay-Z. She posted a stunning pregnancy shot captioning it, "We are incredibly grateful that our family will be growing by 2, and we thank you for your well wishes. You go, Beyonce, you go." Are you a backcountry winter sport enthusiast? Me too. That's why I stopped by Odell's Brewing Company this Tuesday to enjoy some beautiful snow-filled films. This past week, local Fort Collins brewery Odell's Brewing Company hosted the annual Backcountry Film Festival sponsored by the Winter Wildlands Alliance. The Winter Wildlands Alliance is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving winter wildlands and human-powered snow sports. The organization seeks to empower locals to connect with and influence issues surrounding their favorite backcountry areas. The festival visits more than 100 cities around the globe every winter and hopes to advocate for snow safety and outdoor education programs.
So the films this year are really, really good. The one with Mike Lebecki and his daughter, I don't know why, but I get teared up every time she skis down and she sees the penguins in Antarctica. And then probably my top favorite one really is the snow artist at the end, just because it's so unusual and it's something I've never seen before. I'm not sure where he is. I think he's somewhere in Scandinavia, but he literally goes out to just an empty patch of snow, and just by counting paces and different things with his snowshoes, he'll create art, a massive piece of art in the snow that you can't see until you get up higher. And so the whole time you can't see what he's doing. He's just counting paces and he's kind of dragging his pole around. And then he kind of climbs up the top of the hill and looks down, and it just gives you chills every time. It's incredible. He made this like very intricate, perfectly measured out like snowflake in the snow. And it's incredible.
I think probably my favorite film, I don't remember the title of it, but it was a film of an older gentleman, a National Geographic explorer, and he takes his daughter, I think she's 11 years old, to Antarctica for some backcountry skiing. And they ski down, and they're in this group of penguins, and they see ski lions, and they're just making trails on their skis around the ocean in Antarctica.
The festival features films produced by both professional filmmakers as well as amateur.
You see a lot of just different takes on it. A lot is very professional. You can see like they've done a lot of editing, they have a lot of history with it, and some of it's just really beautiful, like raw film.
There are other film festivals around the state, so if you want to catch the action, visit www.winterwildlands.org. Get ready to pop, lock, and drop it. Next Saturday, the Lincoln Center is hosting its 22nd annual Hip Hop Explosion on February 11th, starting at 7 p.m. Backed by popular demand, they'll be playing hip hop hits from every generation. I remember dropping it like it's hot at middle school dances to apple bottom jeans, so I for one can't wait for this night filled with hip hop throwbacks to take me back to the time when the beats were sick and the dance moves sicker. It's no secret that many football fans or halftime show fans or Puppy Bowl fans choose to drink on Super Bowl Sunday, but CTV wants to remind you that your actions Sunday and every day have impact. This Sunday, be careful when driving. Your chances of being involved in an alcohol-related crash over double on Super Bowl Sunday, according to the LA Times. And whatever you do, don't get behind the wheel of a vehicle if you are under the influence. Find a designated driver, order a Lyft or Uber, or walk. Don't let your friends drive if they're under the influence. CTV wants everyone to return back to campus on Monday, and don't forget that Rams take care of Rams. Be safe this weekend and have a good night, everyone.